Why, hello there, Exile. We are back and ready to farm. It's been a very long day for me. I worked, I put out some videos, visited with family. My brain is very, very cooked. So cooked, in fact, that this is the second time I'm recording this intro. Because, I thought I hit go live and I actually hit the record button. So I just did like a 10-minute intro for you guys explaining stuff, and now I get to re-record it. But that's okay. I'll do it for you guys anyways. We're level 90. We really want this node here, and we really want this node here. What that's going to do, increase our mana quite a bit. It's going to take our energy shield, move it over to here for us. And then that's going to get multiplied by this chest and that. So it's going to be more than 4. It's going to be like a 1,000 or so extra mana. So that's going to put us at 5,400 with 2,600 health. We're getting there. We also really need this node badly. Then what are we farming for? Well, Astromentus is too expensive. The next upgrade is probably the unique belt. But I also would have to replace both my rings. So that is quite a way off. I mean, this gives me fire and chaos, so maybe I could kind of patch it to work if I just bought the belt and bought crappier rings, and it would still be an upgrade. But it's quite a bit of currency. So I suspect that when GGG releases their next patch, which will probably be Monday my time, which is Sunday their time, they're probably nerfing this build. So I'm a little bit hesitant to spend much more than I currently have until I see what they do. If they do nerf it absolutely into the ground, we'll test out how it's playing after the nerf. And then we'll decide from there what we're going to do. I do have some other builds planned, and maybe they'll buff some stuff so we could check out some other characters as well. I've only played really just staff skills mostly. I played a little bit of the witch, just messing around with Spark, playing with a friend, but I basically played invoker and then I went mercenary, and I just played with staffs both times, so I haven't checked out a lot of the skills. So we will make something up with a different class should they nerf this into the ground, because I do want to check out the other one, the other classes, and we'll put something together, and I'll probably level it entirely on stream again. And you guys can follow along if you want to. But for now, we're going to keep pushing on this thing until we see what happens with nerfs. So with that being said, let us get to the grind. By the way, I have rarity here, and rarity here, so I'm at 95 rarity. Because people keep asking that. Alright. Let's go. Actually, I should put that in the thing. 95 rarity. Huge AOE. Okay, well, we'll change the title slightly. Feel free to ask questions. Even though my brain is cooked, I'll do the best I can to answer any questions you guys have. Okay, so we had like this breach area with a ton of towers, I think, set up that we were going for. Where was it? Where was it? Yes, this area. Look at how many towers are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or this area right here. If it's open, that's just a ton of things. So we need a path all the way down there. We filled in this region, so first I probably should do these maps. I'm thinking. Just because we already bothered setting them up. So let's do that first. We are running pack size force Delirium on the maps. And then trying to farm breach maps. And our build is just good at AOE stuff, so we're not really doing boss things right now. Those guys aren't very nice. They're hitting me. I do need to figure out how to fix this because I'm not freezing as much as I would like to. Getting stuck on trees. Oh, you know, just relaxing after a hard day's work. The usual. How are you doing? Yeah, exactly. You can't see anything. Hopefully they'll fix it in the next patch. How far did you see how far those guys just pushed me? They just pushed me from here to here. Yeah, their knockback's out of control. But yeah, I feel you. I mean, that was my... I died 3 times yesterday, basically to complete BS on death, so... Yeah, that's why I switched to this character, basically. And I still died to them anyways. I have 2.6 and 4 point whatever and 400. What? Shouldn't be dying to on-death stuff like that. There's just too many effects. Like, why do 15 different monsters all need on-death effects? 10 exalts on that map so far. I don't even think I finished looting it. Oh, jeez. Are you doing the double cold staff, or what are you doing? Did you switch to the staff I have, or? I assume you mean by explosions, like getting the double herald working? I don't know if Flicker's good. I haven't tried to play it. I like this because it's basically like Whirlwind. The Whirlwind skill. The only thing I do is hold down this Tempest Flurry button, and I don't have to worry about anything. And I nuke the screen, so... I mean, Flicker's nice, but then, especially with the on-death explosions, I don't know that I'd want to be able to not control my character. I think you're rolling the dice. Even more than I am with this thing. The other thing that's really annoying is trees and stuff. Why are there so many trees and logs? Once I've gone to this build, I'm like, I didn't even know there are so many trees and little rocks everywhere and crap. The ratio of what? Like what's good? Depends on what your kind of depends what you're trying to do. I have like low strength right now because I wanted more dex and int. Like, I don't even have quality on my weapon, so strength doesn't do a whole lot other than increase my life. If I had the implicits on, like when I had the cold one, it made more sense to have strength higher. Keep in mind, I'm trying to do different things too, right? I'm valuing int more because I really want the AOE. My goal is to get to 6.5 AOE, so if you're using like a staff, like my old staff, because this has so much, right, it is 67 damage. It's 36 to 65. So every 5 strength gives like what, 4 to 6 damage. Like flat damage is what you need to think about. Which is more, so 10 strength gives more flat damage than 10 int actually. When you have the double cold like this. I think, on average, or it's about the same. But yeah, with this, with just pure attack speed, like, the weapon scaling is pretty much useless, right? 5 strength gives 10%. 10% of 9 is not even 1. And then 10% of 18 is 1.8. So it's like, who cares? Is this good? That looks decent. No, it is a mana roll. This is good enough to exalt, right? Yeah, it's max. If I hit rarity, that might be worth something. Mana. Accuracy. Rip. Whatever, it's going to the 1 divine tab anyways. To rot there for all eternity. Yeah, this has been cleared for a while. I think I got all the exalts. let's exalt this. Okay, let's throw that in the trash, which is the one divine tab, basically, that will never get sold. Ooh, quantity rarity. This one's gonna be a juicy one, hopefully. Build a monster map or playing it at the moment. Not ideal boss room. So, yeah, that's what this is, basically. It is not an ideal bosser. It's not intended to be an ideal bosser. It's just a good mapper. There's different setups you can go that would be good. Hi, Rob. How are you doing today? That's a juicy one, Exile. Ha 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 ha. This is my bad luck map that I usually died on death. Effects. Yep, them gloves are pretty good. Ooh, Greater Jeweler Orb. Money. Money, money, money. Psychosis. Well, I'm currently not getting consistent herald procs myself with what I just went with. I'm trying to fix that. Like, it is going off. I mean, it's going off consistently, but you basically, you might be killing stuff too quickly before you can freeze it, basically, is what's happening. So you need freeze build up basically on all your jewels. Do you have any, how much cold damage do you have, I guess is the question. On your herald. Because you need a certain amount to get it. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to freeze quick enough. And what's the freeze on your staff would be the other question. Or how much cold damage is on your staff? Or, sorry, on your main strike. What does the damage range say for Tempest Strike for your cold damage? I think after this map, I'm going to go back to my cold staff instead of this attack speed one. Well, I'm going to go compare it. Because I think I'd prefer to get herald explosions more consistently. I mean, this is clearing fine, but it just isn't freezing everything. Like, I actually have to attack for a second to freeze it right now. And I really like to insta-freeze it. I don't have capped chaos res. I only have 26 right now. But I have a huge health pool. So like other people, like before on my other character, I was running around with 2,400 life, 500 energy shield, and 16% mind over matter. So I have 3 times the health pool that I had previously. So I can afford to not be chaos gapped and be okay. Plus I freeze lock everything. So I'm not chaos gapped. I'm still trying to decide if I'm going CI or not. I don't think I am. I think if I get the belt and I get a life and mana on both my rings, really high rolls, and get that belt, I think I'll be at like 3,400 life and probably 6k mana with a couple more levels. So if I'm at those if I'm at that amount, then like why would I go CI, right? If I have 3,600 life, to throw that away just for the chaos kind of doesn't make sense to me. Whenever you go chaos inoculation, you have to deal with stun and freeze, and you have to make up for that somewhere. And there's solutions to it. So you would have to pick up some of these things that are like maximum energy shield has additional stun threshold. But if I want to go Eldritch Battery and get rid of my energy shield, then the only way to really deal with stun is this node here to get stun threshold per strength. But I don't have very much strength, so this would still not be enough to really stop me from getting stunned. So they sneeze on me, I get stunned. If I had energy shield, I can grab this node for 100% maximum energy shield as additional freeze threshold to not get frozen as much. But like I said, I'm reducing that. There is this node here, which is going to give me a bunch. If we multiply that by my dex, that's like 1,600. But that adds to your life total, basically. This does. And so 3,600 is better than having 1 plus 1,600. Now, if you're off screening stuff or whatever, it might not matter, but it can get dicey where you're going to get stunned or frozen and you're going to die because of it. Okay, I'm going to switch the staff Or I'm just gonna, let me look at my stats really quick before I go back into the map. So my Herald of Thunder has 408 to 3,603 cold. So that's what you should be comparing to. And then my Tempest Flurry has really low cold now. See, look at this number. So if I switch back into my other staff, see I lose a bunch of damage, but my cold damage base goes up quite a bit, right? Look at the cold damage. I gained 300 on the low end. And then if you look at my Herald of Thunder, it goes up to 929 on the low end. So I gain like double the freeze, right, from that. And remember, I took out a bunch of my strength. So if I put back in some of my strength, it's going to make my cold even higher. And then I can consistently freeze. So really the reason why you probably aren't, you need to run the staff until you have enough cold. And I don't think I do currently. It works. It isn't 100% consistent. It works like 30% of the time or something. I wouldn't consider what I'm doing right now like consistent in the freeze. Yeah. Or if you wanted to go attack speed, buy the 3-socket one and just put 3 attack speed in. It's probably cheaper than something like this. Or actually, yeah, or buy the cold with the implicit and put 2 attack speed in it. That might be the decent way to go too. Might be a compromise. So how much attack speed do I lose here? This is 0.9 and this is 0.11. So it's 11 attacks, I think, versus... Yeah, it's noticeably slower already. Definitely. But yeah, that might be a good compromise even for me, is getting a corrupted one and putting 2 attack speeds in. Maybe that'll be enough to actually get my freeze back and be like the medium in between the two. But I kind of like... You might not want to even get the attack speed. You might want to just go with this because you have to make it worthwhile to put strength back in. This weapon damage for the strength is local. So let's just like do... I'm gonna keep the rest of my tree. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to refund just a few passives here and change these all into strength. And we're gonna do that. And now let's look at my skill. So my damage went up from doing that, by the way, because now I'm going like try, because this is... The flat damage is so high that strength is like valuable. It isn't valuable with this because it's only scaling 9 to 8 damage, but it is here because it's scaling 36 to 57, no, 67. So now my cold damage is 420 to 1172 per hit. And my Herald of Thunder is 1,000 to 5,100. So I'm wondering if this is enough to actually like consistently freeze, or if I need to put even more. I might need to take some more into out for strength. So I think I'm gonna... Let's just go a little bit harder. Let's balance our strength a little bit more. Okay, let's look at our skill damage. Okay, now it's, I think, the same that it was almost with the other staff. No, this one's still more. Just kidding. This staff is too darn good. Yeah, we're at 9.17 instead of 11. So we lost 2 attacks per second. So we'll be slower. but now our cold damage probably will consistently go off. Yeah, this is probably enough to freeze with my freeze buildup all the time. So let's try this out. Wow, this is a temp change now. I immediately feel the difference in the movement speed, but it's also temp chains. By the way, a lot of people are saying, I'm having mana problems. If you're having mana problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but mana ain't want... No, but seriously, if you're having mana problems, lower your attack speed by take stuff out of strength and put it into dex and it. That's the easy solution. Yeah, now I insta-freeze. Yeah, this is like way slower, right? Like you could just tell. Like that 2 attacks. There's a difference between absolutely zooming and not. But see, now look at it, right? So your problem is the cold. I can tell you right now, without even, you know, needing to look at it further. Because you just saw that. It just like I sneezed on him and he got frozen. So you gotta basically get your cold up if you want to freeze. So maybe I do go with a corrupted staff and then I do 2 attack speed jewels in. And then I get to freeze everything and I'm faster. I'll be at 10 attacks. I mean, that's still decent, but like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the other option is to path down to here and grab this node. Or you basically have to grab this jewel that gives you extra cold with nodes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's so many points. I don't think I could justify 6 points to get down there just to get this. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's a hard knock life for us. All right, if I'm going to go back to the other staff, then it doesn't make sense to have strength in because it's scaling nothing. So now I need to put them back. But we definitely just confirmed it definitely is my flat cold damage, right? That's what we just tested. Like 100%. It's the cold damage issue. Yeah, basically, yep. So we probably need cold corruption, and then maybe 1 attack speed jewel and 1 cold jewel. I don't know. 2 attack speed jewels. Let me see how much that costs. I might try one of those for us. Is just you're testing what, 3 sockets, or you're testing 1 cold with 2 attack speed? The elemental damage runes are fine, but if you look at my staff, the corruption is 13 to 25, and the 2 runes together is 12 to 20. So the corruption is more flat than the other. Gotcha. I was going to go with the corruption and then see if that is enough to freeze. If it is, then I'll add 2 attack speed. If it isn't, then I'll add 1 cold rune and 1 attack speed. The corruption is going to give you more bang for your buck, but the other one's cheaper. Is this build expensive? What does the word expensive mean to you? It's less expensive than other people's versions. How much would that be? Yeah, I could try that. I could just try switching my anoint on my ant. I don't know if that'll be enough. Is that going to be enough? I'm assuming that this would double. So like my Tempest Flurry would be 100 to 900. I don't think that's enough, actually. I think I need like 1,000 or 800 to 1,000 cold. And I think I need like 500 plus on this so that it hits multiple times to get it to work. But I could do that. That would definitely help things. That is a good idea. If I probably have the money to actually do that. So I should probably just anoint this. So it's despair, ire, suffering, if I have enough. But how expensive is it? What am I doing? It's in the Delirium. Suffering and despair. Despair is 1 to 16. That's not bad. The other one probably is bad though, right? Suffering 1 to 34. So it'd be 1 divine for that. About 1.5. Yeah, I think we do it. We do it. Let me finish this map, and then I'll do that. Yeah, I'll try that out and see if it's enough.
Of course.
If not, maybe I get a corrupted staff. I'd have to put into strength, though. That's the thing. I'm trying to really avoid having to get any strength at all. I'd rather not do that. So I'll try that anoint, and if it's enough to consistently freeze, then I think I'll just be happy. And then I will use my fast staff. Did I finish this map, actually? I think I did. Alright, I guess we're doing it now, then. No, I'm avoiding strength because I'm using this weapon. So if I'm using this weapon, strength scales 9 to 18 physical damage. It's local to the weapon. So what is 10% of 9? 0.9. So it's adding 0.9 to 1.8 damage per 5 strength. That's not very good. Versus this staff, that's adding 3.6 to 7 per 5 strength. That's the same ratio as these gloves, because 10 strength is going to give 11 average cold, about, well, 10 average cold, and this gives 5.5, right, average. It actually is like better than the gloves with this cold. That's why I was saying go with the corrupted implicit and then socket in runes before, and that's why I was playing with that, because it scales strength like at the same rate or a better rate as the gloves actually. Okay, I'll answer questions in a second. I'm getting distracted. It's been a long day, and I'm gonna forget what I'm doing. I'm already getting distracted. So I have really bad ADHD. All my meds were off at this point of the day, and we'll just sit in a loop where I do nothing. So let me buy these. Despair, ire, suffering. Despair, ire, suffering. We could do this. I promise I'll get to your questions though. Oh, it's 1 to 100 only? It's going down. Interesting. Right? It's going down? Is that correct? That's good for me. Okay, it was suffering, right, guys? Help me out. It was suffering, right? No, it's like it's not Adderall, it's like I think it's called Stratera or something, but I take it in the morning. Yeah, I got diagnosed earlier this year, and holy crap is it different. Like, I was playing life on hard mode. I didn't even know it. That's the only reason I'm able to put out consistent videos right now. Before it was like, I couldn't do anything consistently. I'd either be obsessed with something, or I could not do it at all. I got really lucky that I really like coding, and I tend to be obsessive with it. Otherwise, I would have been completely screwed. But basically, I was super obsessed with coding, and then it worked out well for me, career-wise. Despair, ire, suffer. Despair, ire, suffering. Okay. And still, please be enough. Okay, so now let's take the points back out and see how it does. Oh, we did that already. See, I already forgot that I did this. Oopsie. All right. Are you avoiding strength now? Do you think Monk Invoker can work with 3 heralds? No, there's no reason to use Herald of Ash other than if you want the screen to look cool. Greetings from Germany. Great catch you live when I can't sleep. Oh man, you can't sleep? Really? Because my wife thinks I have it. I've been putting off getting tested. Dude, it is the best thing I ever did, is get tested. I should have got tested a while ago. You should seriously get tested if you actually think that you have it. Like, okay. I've never been, even when I stuck to a routine for a month, I never was able to, it would like crash and burn, or the second something was going wrong, like I couldn't stick to anything. I've now worked out Like today, I walked what? I walked 5 miles today. So I usually walk like 3.5 to 5 miles a day. I've walked at least 3.5 miles every single day since I've been on this medicine, except for I missed 4 days. I don't know if it's enough yet. Sorry, I got distracted. This is what I'm telling you. This is what it's like when the medicine wears off. Trust me, I notice the difference. Okay, I get distracted. I start talking, not even playing the game, not even far. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Okay. All right. Ooh, 2 divine sail. The heck is this? Oh, that's nice. It's a lot of flat damage. Yeah, I saw this, so I'm like, that's pretty good. They're probably a deck stacker or something, right? Nice. Oh, that's a tier 16. I don't want to use that. Okay, we need to just speed through this one, but we want to at least test it on a tier 15. Alright. Yeah, that was the whole thing. So I had to go to therapy for like a year for that too, because I felt like I was lazy, but that wasn't true, right? Like, you see how productive I've been in this past week and stuff? When I really go at it, I know that I'm super productive, but it's really like internal. You internalize like, what the hell's wrong with me? I should be able to stick to things and I can't. Okay, yeah, well, this looks more promising. We'll see with the bigger mobs though. This looks a little bit, this looks more consistent. This looks much more consistent to me so far. The real test will be the Delirium on the next map. Oh my gosh, I'm running into walls. Yeah, this looks way more consistent, right guys? It's hard to tell, but it looks like it is to me. Yeah, see, do you guys see a higher rate of Herald of Ices going off? I definitely am. Yeah, definitely. It looks different, right? I think you can stack enough int that you don't actually need both of them. But this definitely will work. Oh my gosh, I missed a rare all the way back there. I would like to be able to insta-freeze those guys. That's where I was at with my other staff, is even the big guys like that, I would insta-freeze them. Wait, where are these rares? Oh, there's an area all the way back here. What a crappy map. Yeah, that's more consistent. And it blew up those rares instantly. Yeah, this is definitely way better. Maybe I even go with 6 Link and add in Cold Pen into this attack just to make sure it doesn't, their damage doesn't get reduced or something, or put that in my Herald. I just actually found a right, didn't I find one? Yeah, I found 2 Great Jewelers. So maybe I should put this, I probably should put this in my Herald of Thunder and put Cold Pen in here. Or I could put Conk Effect in there. So it just does more damage. But yeah, we'll go poke Cold Pen, right? That's what we're trying to fix right now. So the easy answer is to get a implicit corrupt and then put 2 cold runes in the staff. And then probably also anoint this on top of it. And you'll be able to do really consistent ones. Without this anoint, I was able to do it. When I switched to this, it was not quite enough. But I just anointed this, and it looks like it's barely enough to get very consistent ones. But it's still not as consistent as before. Now I just added another link to it, to my Herald, and I added the Cold Pen. So I'm hoping on the big guys it'll be enough to consistently get it. Okay, but now we're gonna test on Delirium map. Delirium, they take reduced damage or something. Here's the ultimate test. They have ailment threshold and stun threshold build up. And I have enfeeble. There ain't no way that it's gonna work on that map, right? If it works on this map, we completely fixed it. I don't think it'll work on this map. But we'll try. Unleash on Ice Herald? I don't think it's a spell. It's an attack, not a spell. Unleash, it has to be casted, and it has to be a spell. Okay, those are some big AoEs. Yeah, see, like on this map, with them having increased threshold, I can't free. Oh, I actually can freeze sometimes. Okay, so when I did threshold yesterday, I couldn't freeze a single thing on this. So this is like noticeably better already. My long-term plan, by the way, is to go with the Encroached Darkness and go with one that gives damage as extra cold for like multiple nodes. But I don't have, I'd have to completely play around with my resist to be able to fit that in. Ooh, Greater Jewelers are back. Nice. It's 2 today. And now it's not freezing that much. It is still going off sometimes. Well, I froze that rare. Yeah, I froze that rare. It's just, I think I'm killing them too quick before I could freeze them. So that's really the trick, is to have enough cold damage that you like freeze them instantly. Otherwise, they're gonna die too quickly from lightning damage. I mean, the strength scale is not bad if you have 1 rune in, or 2 runes in. It would give a lot of flat. If you put into perspective how much, if you have like, what, 166 strength, that would be 320, is it? No, 30. I can't do math on it. 33, yeah, 330 weapon damage, so it gets scaled, so you'd be getting 18 to 40 flat cold, and then that multiplies by your increased. Yeah, so you kind of like you kind of need to corrupt probably, or to get higher than what I have. You'd probably have to go to 250 strength for that to be worthwhile. But it is an option. Yeah, as long as I can do my Tempest Flurry, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just dying from... This is just the Herald of Thunder right now. Basically, right? That's clearing. Yeah, I mean, I'm still killing everything. Right? I, like, just destroyed him. At least at my stats. I could take some out of Dex and put it more into Int, since I have like the 10% scaling too, to get more consistent. Yep, I'm back at it. If you don't have the Howa gloves, what stat do you recommend stacking? Int or Strength? So if you don't have the Howa gloves, I would say Dex greater than Strength probably, and you want to get flat damage on your gloves and flat damage on both rings, and go Dex up slightly more than Strength, and then Int way lower. Or just don't run the Strength stacker thing at all. Like, Fizz staffs are pretty good. You probably could get a much cheaper... yeah, I don't know how cheap it is, but I bet you can get way better than what I paid, like, so many divines for or had to craft on my other character. Oh my gosh, we just hit big. I think so, at least, right? That's double rarity. That looks pretty good, right? That should be a divine or two. I hope. 2. Let's go 2. 3 or more. Let's go 4. Okay, let's slam this. Okay, we got Int and Evasion. This is actually a really good helm for like a stat stacker as well. Something like this. For like getting started. You know, I have the rarity obviously. But otherwise, this is really good. It has more strength and mana than what mine actually has. I'm gonna put that for a divine. But everyone's obsessed with that unique one. I don't know how many stats how much does the stats with the unique one even add to me? Do I have one somewhere? I mean, it would add a lot, but I'd have to give up my rarity. Do I really want to do that? I don't really want to give up my rarity, especially when I'm farming. Guys, did I finish the map? Please, somebody, please, someone help. Send help. It's bad. It's actual hell living with ADHD, dude. I don't fucking remember. It's bad. I got distracted. $15% each, 12 realistic. Why don't you make it? Just start buying stabs, quality them, and then corrupt them. And if you hit the other ones, sell them all. Right? Like the lightning, the 3, whatever, all sell. People are obsessed with that 12% increased strength, which I think is a little bit of a bait. Because they don't understand how it works. I don't think it's as good. You'd have to go really hard into strength to make that one work. So, but people will insta buy that for like 2 divines, so. Yeah, corrupted would go 17%, right? But I'm saying, like, how much is that going to give me? Because I already have increased. I have, what, 18% increase? No. 38% increased dex. And I have 30% increased int. Right? So... how much more would that get? I mean, so my flat int is what? If I take this out, I have 597. Okay, I need to stop. Okay, I'll finish the map. I do need to check out that. Finish the map, James. You could do it. Wait, did I finish this map? It is complete. Did I loot? I think I'm gonna have to make a program with checkboxes, and every time I do, it's like, did I complete the map? Did I whatever? And I'm gonna have to hit buttons or something so that I just remember what the hell I was supposed to be doing. How's it going, Sid? I'm answering questions and getting distracted. It's a shit show like normal, but we're having fun. Right now we're trying to figure out how to get consistent colds or consistent freezes in an ailment threshold map, which is what I'm currently doing, like a high ailment threshold map to see if I can get the consistent freezes working. We changed the amulet anoint, and that seemed to help and be enough to give us consistent freezes, or like 70% consistent freezes. And then on this one we have like 10% consistent freezes. So it's still, well, this was also an enfeeble map, so it actually might be enough. So. All right, what was I going to test? I was going to refund a passive. I was going to take this passive out and take off my chest. 546. So if I got like a 17%, I think I could go up to 546 times 1.17. 5. Yeah, let's try again. 546 times 0.17. It would give me 92 int. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I have 300 dex right now. But it's probably really expensive for that. And that would give me 45 dex. So 45 dex, 91 int. But I would lose 54 rarity is the problem. But when I'm bossing, I probably definitely want to wear that, right? Like there's no reason to go. Is there a reason to go rarity on bossing? I know the one guys drop like fragments or something. But is there a reason on the other bosses too? They don't drop more items. Do they? Like, people are firing them just for the unique? I don't actually know the answer to those things. Just talking out loud. So watch one of your videos only to realize that I can't even buy the gloves when I saw their price on POE site. Well, that sucks. What would would you happen to know how to get these gloves? You have to kill the Breach Lord, dude. It's a like 8% drop chance, so you have to kill him 11 times. Each breach is a divine, so it's cheaper to buy the gloves. I know what your follow-up question is going to be. It's going to be like, I don't have the gloves, but can I play it somehow? So the answer is, get flat damage on your gloves, lots of it, and on your rings, and then get the double colds, cage, go strength and dex, with dex being the dominant, with int lower, if you want to still do this. Otherwise, play Fizz Staff. Until you can farm it out. Okay. More monster life. This was another one that was tricky to freeze things on, so this is another good test. Even though this is a 78. I have 95. Okay, this is 78% more life on Delirium on a tier 14, and look at how consistent this freeze is. So yeah, that did the trick. Just that anointment is consistent enough. See, we're back to the heralds of ice. You could really tell the difference here. Yeah, you could definitely tell the Herald of Ice is going off now. It's way noticeable, right? Okay. I can't. Okay. I gotta finish the map. Then I read. I promise. I gotta strategically. I can't stop in the middle. I'm just gonna forget the things. I promise I will read the comments and respond to questions and stuff. Let's go. Loot. I haven't checked how many breach stones I farmed either. Just kind of been picking things up, you know, chilling. That's the way to do it. Grinding with the homies. Yeah, I'll answer questions while I sell. I have to finish the map. Someone tell me I have to finish the map. Someone remind me. What's your thing? Alright, I'll show rarity. We did that one. Okay, I'll actually say I'll stick with Ice Strike until I get the gloves. Yeah, probably stick to Ice Strike. And do the... You want to do the palm thing. You palm into them, Shattering Palm with Ice Strike is the way to go. And also keep the helm for now. Yeah. But that is a lot of int. I hate this Ice Strike that I was currently using. Aw. I mean, I did have one on the Invoker. And it was working pretty good. Can I see your jewel? Yeah, after I finish that. Hey dude, just passing to say I love your content. It's fun, it's very helpful. It's hard to watch stream because of time zone. Keep up the good work. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Douglas. I appreciate it. Is the plan still CI? I'm toying with not going CI. Because whenever you're CI, you have to deal with stun and freeze. Finish map. Yes, thank you. Okay, sell and finish map. Sell and finish map. By the way, guys, if I don't answer your comments on the videos, and I swear I try to get to some, my videos are doing so well that I could spend the entire day answering comments on the thing and still not get through all of them. That's how well my videos are doing right now. Utterly unprepared for that, especially, you know, working full time. So hopefully people don't get upset and realize, like, I can't possibly keep up. So if you have questions, it's gonna have to be on stream. Like, you're gonna have to come on stream and ask here. and I'll try my best to get through as many as possible. But people seem to ask almost the identical questions, so maybe I just take... Maybe what I do is I make a 10 FAQ things video, and I give you some of you guys mods, and you help and link the answer to the question with the timestamp that's from me in the video. That or the answer. If you know the answer, you can help. You can, you know, like reply to people and help answer. By now, you guys know the answers that they're the thing. Hey, Divine, let's go! Okay, looting that before I die. And that's why we run around with the 95 rarity. Okay, perfect. Perfect jeweler's orb. Nice, nice. We're cooking, we're cooking. Okay, these Herald of Ice explosions are definitely working now. Big time. Streamer luck turned on. I know. I'm telling you, it's the streamer. I'm beginning to be a believer, right? We gotta like look. We gotta look at the how many people are watching right now. What? Yeah. Once you get above like 60, you get above 60 viewers, they turn on this the back end thing. It sure seems like it sometimes, right? Okay, Sir Jewel. Yeah, after the map. Yeah. Sorry. On. Okay. Quick, Jules. Jewel. Dude. Stop yelling at me. I forgot again, okay? There, that's all of them. You can rewind that. You can rewind that. You can rewind. Okay. Loot, 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 loot.
Nice.
You know what, guys? I just realized I never updated the POB and put my jewels in. Or the max roll. I forgot to do it. But I promised. Still having many issues with the builds. I'm too low on int or I'm missing something. Still working on my int. I'm 300-ish.
Speak.
Ooh. Anyone who doesn't have the gloves, do they want this? If they want to try Herald without it, this is the kind of stuff you want right here.
Time is of the essence.
And there's rarity on it. Okay, what's your in-game name? And then I'll do the jewels. I finished the map and looting, right, guys? I did? DM me, GameyMcJamesFace. Send me an invite. Go, 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 go. Okay. Max roll. Update the max roll. Here you go. I just need rings of high flat, and then you could start using the staff. I didn't answer you about the mana issues. Yeah, you're low int, but the problem is your gem level's probably too. You're attacking too quick. Like, how much mana do you have? Call! Call, call! Yeah, this is my mana. You gotta look at how many attacks per second do you have. So you need to look at your thing and how many attacks per second you have and figure out your mana drain rate. The other thing that helps is, do you have mana on kill? Because I have like 4% mana on kill. So whenever I kill a pack, I go automatically to full mana immediately. You're still going to have problems on bosses. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but I'm running a level 16 Tempest Flurry because a level 19 one costs like 30 or 40 something base mana, and then I will just drain my mana. So I'm using a lower level gem. So use lower level gem. You're going to have to use probably Inspiration. Take points out of Dex and put it into Int or Strength, so you're attacking slower. And then get mana gained on kill. Those are like the main things. Okay. I gotta find my max roll thing. This one. Should be this link right here. Okay. So let me add. Let me change scenes so you guys can see what I'm doing. Screen 1. Herald of Thunder. We added in Hold Pen. If I could find it. There it is. Confirm. Alright, now this is why it didn't get done. I have to left click on the jewel slot, add jewel, import. Then in game, I have to go here. Which jewel slot were we at? Was it this one? This is why it's rough. Which one are we starting with? Let's start down here. Let's start here. Okay, left click, add jewel, import. I have to go to the game. Now I gotta lift up this jewel, take this jewel out. Okay, I can't, why is it not coming in? Hello? Excuse me? This is why I didn't do it. Hello? Is my mouse not right? Okay. Okay. I have to pick it up, hit Control C. Then I have to Control V into here. And then import, and then confirm. Okay, now I gotta do that for the next jewel. Left click, add jewel, import, go to game. Okay. Right click, put it down, control. Import, confirm. Okay. Left click, add jewel, import. Now you got, are you guys understanding why I didn't do this? Didn't have time to do this earlier. All right. Okay. Import. Confirm. All right. Left click, add jewel, import. Put the jewel back. Okay, import. Okay, import. Confirm. Okay, we're getting there. Left click, add jewel. Import. Confirm. Okay, I'm gonna exit out of here. I'm gonna update. Just in case it crashes for some reason. Okay. Because that would suck. Okay, this one. Left click, add jewel. I don't know how many times that I set this up or something, and then it either crashed or something silly happened. I clicked the wrong button and it completely got removed and I had to redo the whole thing for you guys. I'm paranoid. Okay, confirm. This one. Jewel, import. We're almost done. We're almost done. I'm going to read chat after this, and one of you guys are going to tell me that I'm doing it completely wrong, and there's an easier way. I just know it. Okay. At least I only have to do this once. Okay. Import. Burn. We have that one in there. Okay, let me put this in chat. When I hovered and controlled C, it didn't update the... When I was trying this earlier, if I don't pick it up and then control C when I just hovered it, it doesn't always pick it up when I hover it. So the way I found to fix that is I had to physically pick it up and put it back down. I don't know if it's something with my computer or Windows 11 or what, but that was the only way I could consistently get it. Okay. We did it. We updated it. I completely forgot about doing that earlier. Okay. Getting out of there. Okay. I think we looted this. Do I think Gemling's better? Depending on what you're trying to do. The stat stacking's pretty ridiculous. If you want defensives, I think Gemling's better defensively. Invoker is pretty good though, so I don't know. The problem that I'm having with the freezing that I had to just do, if I was on Invoker, I could have just picked up at a node and it would have done it for me, right? From the Ascendancy, the 10% freeze. But the scaling on the life and mana is just so good. So good. So I'd go like high energy shield probably if I was playing an Invoker. And then I'd be using the Grim Feast tech. I think it's called Grim Feast. It's like some aura when you kill something you get energy shield back. And then it can overcap, and I'd probably use Meditate. That guy's frozen. I think I looted everything. I can't do the big AOE explosion like this with the... Yeah, you can. Why not? You can't do that big, but you could grab this, and then you could still stack with the thing and do pretty big explosions. The only things that you can't do is get the 12 quality, so you can't hit that threshold, but you still could get to like 5.8 M. Which is still massive explosions. No. Okay, we're gonna lower the item that we placed for this thing. We're gonna lower it to 3. I really want to sell it. I want the monies. Give me the monies. Show me the monies. Okay. We'll do tier 15 on this one. Let's go. What cores you got on my staff? Attack speed is corrupted with 8%. So 1.65. Kind of think the bosses need to drop more loot. Like double or triple that amount of loot. You only get to fight them every like 5 maps anyways. Or 15 maps. And they're one of the... like, I don't know. They're a longer fight. Why do they drop nothing? Hi! How's it going? No! Okay, that was close. I almost got stuck on the wall and died on death there. I couldn't see it. It was right on top of the lightning. Oh my gosh. Whew. If I would have looked and read the chat that I see is going off on the right side of the screen, I would have been toast there. Yikes. Silly on death. Okay, I think we got a breach still. Yeah. To get the nodes and the passive skill tree with control that, need a massive one? Yeah, it has to be massive. Noticed your videos a couple days ago. I sold my Spark Weaver, go the Swan. You badass. Well, thank you. I am a badass. You know, that is pretty true. This is a fun build. By the way, if you're watching right now, or if you're watching the VOD, can you tell me how many divines you think you have dropped since playing the game in total? Like across all items, whatever. I'm trying to gauge where you guys are at in terms of like monies, like how rich you guys are. Because I'm trying to figure out like what sort of content should I make? Should I make like 10 divine, 20 divine build content? Like there's a good chunk chance that this build's going to get nuked from orbit. So the question is, what do we make next, and how much do we play on? Do we start from scratch? Do we start every character at 1 divine and slowly like work a way up in an increment of builds, trying things out? Do we start at 5 divines? Do we start at 10? Do we just go complete ham? I don't really want to go into like the 100 divine builds or anything. Everyone else is doing that stuff. I don't think that helps you guys. Hell, I don't even know if I'll have 100 divines, right? I'd much rather just like chill and try to get builds working that are cool, that you guys can do on a lower budget, even though obviously more budget's going to be better for the build. You have 7x. Yikes. 80-ish, but don't mind me. Got 100 divines online, dropping around 20 a day. Wow. What are you farming? Give us the tips. What are the pro tips? Oh yeah. Huh. Weird how that works. You just put the credit card in and they drop out. It's weird. Best farming location, I think, mostly. It's a joke, GGG. He was joking. It's not real. Reach farming, nothing special. Yeah, gotcha. Did you actually kill the bosses and got the gloves and then sold them too? Or just from just grinding the hell out of the breaches? I didn't take my map out of there. How do you fix your mob not freeze issue? I anointed this now. Plus I have this as well. If you don't have that, then you need this. And then you need like 300 strength or something. 320 strength. That and some freeze buildup jewels, and then grab some freeze buildup on the tree. That's what you need to be able to freeze. Gotcha. So you got to 8 points. See, I only have 2 points. I didn't even do the other ones. I tried the second one on my monk character before I changed to this one, and he slammed me. I got stunned, and then he hit me with the double slam, and I was like, yeah, if I do this, I want more HP. I was focused heavy on armor, and that's when I read the formula of how much armor I needed to mitigate things. I think it's Fizz on that. So yeah, you probably have this node with this node, so you get way more breach splinters, and you get more mob density, don't you? And then do you have this too? Full screen booming shit with Headhunter. Yeah. How do you fix that? So your attack speed so high on Tempest. This plus going in grabbing more dex things for speed. The staff adds a ton. And then 423 dex. I'm on, yeah. Well, I assumed as much, but I assumed you were playing at least 8 hours a day. Yeah, I worked 181 hours last month, so I didn't play probably as much as you did. I still did pretty well. The main thing I made a lot of money on was Fizz staffs. I bought staves, and then I finished crafting them, or like Gamble crafted them. One of the staffs that I made, I sold for 65 divine. So I bought it for 2. It was too low. I double divined it. It got hybrid. I quality'd it up, or sorry, not double divine. Double exalted it. Hit hybrid. Quality'd it up, and 3 to 65 divine. Flip. So maybe I should do an episode of Hideout Warrior. The ultimate hideout warrior, where we just basically buy things that are mostly good and slam them and try to resell them. That's the best way to get. So I think I made in total like 200 divines in the first week and a half doing hideout warrior crap. And then I spent it on overpowered and invoker stuff. Then I switched into this and go, you know, I'm gonna play this. So I like wasted it on dumb things, figuring out the game and just doing stupid shit, basically. But basically that's all I did was I flipped those staffs. So I bought a bunch of staffs for 1 divine, put sockets in them and quality'd them up, and then sold it for 3 divines. And I did that for like a day. I made like 40 divines doing that shit. Because people don't realize how quickly the item scales with the Fizz runes. So I basically bought out. I looked for mid-tier attack speed with tier 1 or tier 1 or tier 2 flat Fizz. and then 1 to 2 open prefixes. I bought all those, and then I double slammed or triple slammed to finish it. If I didn't hit, if it was high enough that it had enough damage, I put 2 runes into it, and then blacksmith waystoned it all the way up and sold it and flipped it probably for like 2 divines. If it wasn't high enough for that, or it was like really good and I was feeling a little bit lucky, you know, a little bit frisky, then I spam chaos into it either until I hit or it bricked. And I did that for like several hours over the course of several days, basically. Outside of that, I've just been farming Breach and Simulacrums. I was farming Expedition, but I think Expedition's pretty underwhelming. I did like 58 logbooks and I never got a single boss. So I don't know if there's a trick to it, and I just don't understand it. But I was like, what's going on here? Do they actually spawn on the logbooks is my first question. Anybody who's done them. Because I don't actually know that. It appears to be they do not spawn on logbooks. I don't want to fight the boss yet. No. Oh, there's more breaches in here. Wallaby. They're like, I know the builds are out of control ridiculous. Let's add debris everywhere, so I have to go into walls all the time. Oh, there's a thing. That's their solution. They're like, I know it'll slow players down. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as soon as I started moving quick, I realized how many pebbles and stupid shit's in the game. Do I even care about the incoming nerf? Depends what it is. I got other plans. I care about it in... I probably will switch character. I've only played Monk the whole time, right? I don't really want to farm this character forever. I'm not sure I even care about maxing it out. I kind of want to just try other things and put out different builds. I think like starting from zero and making videos about like starting from zero and going better is really fun to do. Like try to just make a build work. That's one of my favorite things to do. But if I could do it on stream and you guys are enjoying it, then I see no reason why I wouldn't do that. More so than just trying to max this out. Like, do you guys really want to see me grind for a month to buy one piece of gear? Do I even want to spend a month of 3 hours like a day trying to buy one piece of gear? I don't think I do. Like, I could farm it out, I guess, by hideout warring. I could do like 1 week of that and try to flip items or try to craft items, and I probably could make way more money than mapping. Right now I'm still mapping because I want to hit levels, but I haven't even died today, and we're like barely getting EXPs. It really, really slows down. What would be boring? The hideout worrying or what? The hideout worrying? Yeah, it'd be good educational for how to make money in any league, so people could do that. But sitting there and just flipping items and stuff is pretty boring. I like can't do it. That's why I usually just farm. Even though I know how to do it, I don't particularly enjoy doing it. What would be? Yeah, hideout warrior. It's still like good to do every now and then, like an educational stream, because even though it's boring, like it's good for new players to understand, like, hey, you can flip items. Hey, you could try to finish crafting. Hey, these items are good. Or the things you're picking up, you should slam exalts into them in this game and try to finish them because they'll be worth more. I think it's good for those purposes because I bet a ton of people have just been throwing away much better items than they realize. Or, yeah, they're much better than they realize. They're basically scamming themselves. But yeah, to do that for like a week or whatever, to actually get the rest of my gear, I think that'd be boring. Yeah, but the main concept is showing that it can be profitable and showing that you need to slam stuff, right? If I buy items for cheap and slam them and then I'm able to sell them for more, and people sit there and watch me do that for an hour and I make huge profit, then they're more likely to probably slam their items like they should be doing. If you have a decent, good item, you should just slam it and risk it in the current state. Because it could very quickly go to a several divine item from like a 20x item. But yeah, it's they're I don't know what I'd even call it. I wouldn't even, do we really even call this crafting, right? This is like hoping. That's what I would call it. There's no crafting in this game. There's hoping in this game. You slam the things into it and you hope. Slot machines, yeah. I mean, if you haven't noticed, all these ARPGs are slot machines. They're slot machines with explosions, right? That's all we're playing. A very complicated slot machine with explosions that people take way too seriously and get super salty about and act like people are dying. But yeah, crafting's pretty RNG, but the point, I guess, like with the stabs, okay? I bought them and I did the thing and I knew what the odds kind of were, and I knew at what prices I was buying them at. That even if I didn't hit, I could resell it for more than I did with just putting runes in it. So it wasn't really gambling because I knew I could flip it for one divine at least when I bought it. Now, when I'm spamming chaos into it, like a moron, that's gambling. Well, POE has an actual crafting system. Just started leveling this build today. Act 2 and after screen lights clear. It's amazing. Love to see you do new character. Yeah. That's what I was like thinking of doing, like every time they do a reset or anytime like if they nerf this really hard, what we would do is first we're going to test it post-nerf and see how good it is so people know. Then we're going to try to fix the problems that arise so that if people still want to play it, they can. If it's completely unrecoverable, then that will just say that it's unrecoverable, that I can't fix it. But then at that point, it's like, what level... I guess the questions are, what level should I take characters to? Because we're at the, right here, this is the, I would call the slug levels, right? At 90. It slows down, it takes a hell of a long time to level, and I think we're approaching those. Now I think for this character, I'm having so much fun, I'm pretty confident it's getting nerfed in 3 days, so we're gonna play it at least until they do the next patch. And I definitely will do those videos. What, you know, when they nerf it, change it, whatever. But I have other combinations I want to try out and other things that I want to do. And I just want to look at the other classes and kind of get a feel for them. Because you never know when they're going to buff something. And I need to learn the names of everything to be able to make stuff later, right? So we need to memorize all the little silly items and all that good stuff so that I could do what I need to do. And I think it would be really interesting if, like, people are saying whatever class is crap, and I go play that class and I try to make a build on it that isn't crap. You know what I mean? That at least is, like, workable. That way, if someone chose the wrong ascendancy, especially because you can't change the wrong ascendancy, right? So if someone chose the wrong ascendancy right now, they're kind of screwed, and I feel bad for them, right? I feel bad for the people who chose the Chayula Monk. Or the other mercenary. I think one of the funniest things is I chose Invoker for a couple reasons. Okay? I was gonna set up like insane I was going to set up like cast on everything. So cast on freeze, cast on whatever, and I was going to stack on a chest and try to like run 4 or 5 of them was my initial plan. I was going to figure out like one skill that I could spam it, kind of like at the start, but I was going to run way more. That's why I went Invoker, that, and I thought the cold and stuff would be good, and I was like, you know, in POE1, you always have problems with armor, so being able to get your armor from the decks probably is pretty good. And being able to get spirit easily is probably pretty good. So that's why I ended up starting the Monk. What I didn't anticipate, and the reason I didn't stay Monk, is I didn't expect armor to be as bad as it was. And I didn't expect, like, the mana stacking and stuff. It's just too hard to get life. It's just really hard to play life. You kind of have to play ES or mana right now. I mean, you can play full... You can go full strength stack. But yeah, that's the funny thing. The answer is, oh, you want to play life? Go as full strength stacker. So it's still a stacker. And then the answer to the question of like, oh, you want to go ES? What do you want to do? Stack strength. Grab the timeless jewel so it'll scale your ES really fast. Or convert all your energy shield to mana and then just get it back with an amulet. Like, I don't know, man. That balance is whack. It should not have... I don't know. I think after a certain point, they're like, you know, we need to finish the end game. Let's just put it out there and let people find the OP comps, and we'll just... You know, Jungrone's way better at this than us, playtesting. Let him just playtest it. We'll just watch his stream and nerf every single thing that he does. Just let him find it for us. I think that's what they decided at some point was a smart decision. I can't blame them. I mean, they made a crap load of money. They're like, hey, we'll charge them $30 to playtest their game. I bet they'll go for it. And we bought into it too. But it's still a good game. I finished, it's a good game, so. I do not regret, buying my supporter pack. I can tell you that. I'm having a blast. It just looks amazing and stuff, and I'm having fun with it. But it's just really funny when you think about it from that perspective, where they're probably just like, we can hire about 50 testers and pay them all $100K, or we can just get Jungrone to pay us $30 and play test it for us. Yeah, basically that is what it is. And people are forgetting that that's what early access is, which is also the other funny part. I don't know if you guys have seen the questions. People have been asking me daily, do you think this is getting nerfed? And I'm like, yes, it's getting nerfed. Probably nuked from orbit. Play at your own risk. And they're like, oh, thanks. Anyone who tells you that their OP build isn't getting nerfed is out of their freaking minds, dude. some of this stuff has to get nerfed. There's no, it's just not good for the game, right? You can just tell they didn't think of how strong this stuff would be. Just play through the campaign the first time and you're like, wow, this is nice and slow and whatever. The disconnect between that and like this stuff is just ridiculous. I mean, and they're pretty smart, right? If I can get people to pay me to play test my game, that's like really smart. So I hope you guys, by the way, all know that, like, there's going to be massive swings and adjustment, especially probably in the first couple months here. If GGG doesn't completely, like, really slap this stuff hard early on to rebalance the game, it's not going to be good. It's not good for the long term of the game. The game's not even released. They need to get it to a state where it's somewhat balanced, and it is not that right now. Not even close. And it's so absurd that they can't even probably tell what the balance of the game is, right? Like, even when I'm doing this stuff, right, I'm blowing up multiple screens and moving this quickly through maps. How do you tell if other skills are in an okay state? Because clearly, like, none of this is intended. I hope they haven't watched any of my videos, because then it's really, they're gonna go, well, how did he get so much AOE? Oh, we need to fix those breakpoints. There's no way the guy that likes the really slow, the guy who put dodge roll in the game, like dodge roll, where does that fit in the late game, right? There's no way that guy would watch one of my streams and be happy, right? He'd just be sitting there going the entire freaking time, probably. Okay, like, why? Yeah, even the like chaining cascading of the heralds, there's no way they intended that, I don't think. Maybe the ring, but I don't think they, yeah. You guys think they intended the because they deliberately made the herald not chain itself. So it seems like they did not intend them to be used together to chain in the way that they are. I don't think they intended. Yeah. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how you could completely just play the game wrong and have no idea? Yeah, it's... Huh. Until you see things. But this is very much a game. I don't know if you played the other one, but it's very much a game where there's clearly some amount of right way to play things, it seems. Like you're pigeonholed into it. If you're not at least doing like some of the things, then your build's just not going to be as good. Unfortunately. Unless they achieve some level of hyper balance where lots of things can work. But that's so hard to do in a game. Something always gets out of control, it seems. Either people find some interaction that you weren't intending or didn't think, and then you have a really tough decision as a developer. Like, I do not envy them at all. Like, I do ERP system stuff, right? I never would want to do game dev. Hell no. Absolutely not. It's got to be an absolute nightmare dealing with this stuff and trying to balance it. Like, I have my own thoughts on how to balance it, obviously, but... So I respect the effort that they put into it And I realize, especially being a programmer myself, it's really hard to catch everything. For me, I always run into issues like the client always knows their data better than you, right? And what they actually do for the thing. So when I sit down to them and try to get that out of them, a lot of times they don't understand what an edge case is to tell me it. And then they don't test at all when they're supposed to test, it seems. And it's like, it's not stuff I can test for. You didn't even tell me that scenario is something you do in your routine that I need to look out for. By the way, we just froze him off screen with our herald shit. I think they didn't realize that you would be able to I think they didn't realize that you could just put the extra cold, extra lightning kind of in it and use the other one for the other like for the other thing, and then do enough generic scaling where that's going to be close to enough. I wonder if they'll leave it in as is, but increase the amount of spirit that you have to spend on each herald. That would be interesting. But then you can't, if they did that, then you wouldn't be able to just use it on 30 spirit. So that would be weird. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Probably put a tag on it if it's not intended, where heralds can't proc each other. I believe happy little accidents, right? Is what he says. Bob Ross. Doesn't he say, there are no mistakes, only happy little accidents? Guys, I just realized maybe I should just do this. Instead of holding it down, I should do little clicks. Maybe I should do that in areas where there's a lot of corners. That might be faster. Instead of holding it down. Whenever I have to turn corners, I just do small clicks. Yeah, okay. Maybe we do that. We hold down, and then corners, we do small clicks. And we won't get stuck on this match rubble. Yeah, that's actually kind of smoother, it feels like. Like going through these stupid doors where we're gonna get stuck. Oh, well, I'm completely stuck there. Hey, another divine. Let's go, baby. 2 divines, 1 perfect today. Let's go. Uh, 166, 423, 700. Map complete. Just got Hawa, and I'm starting your charge staff double herald version build. I'm running into a problem that I'm not proccing ice as much. I'm losing my mana so fast. Having it be my HP, yeah. Yep.
What is it?
So you need mana gain on kill. And then, I mean, you have the free staff because you need to start with this. It needs to be like cold. And you have to put some into strength so that you get a decent amount of cold. It has to do with your freeze buildup and your flat cold. So today I basically had a problem where I wasn't freezing, and I ended up changing my amulet anoint to this. The other thing is your skills. You want lightning infusion, innervate on your herald device, and then you want cold infusion, freeze buildup, ice bite on Herald of Thunder.
Go on.
At minimum. In order to be able to do it, oh, you want to see my one for my Tempest? This is not that great right now. It is 101 to 940. That's pretty low, but if it hits in the, I think it's like 800-ish that you want, so it'll like sometimes freeze, or it'll freeze them at multiple attacks. but I seem to have enough on this because this is 482 to 4,262. So if it rolls on the low end, it won't freeze, but if it rolls in like 30% or higher range, so if it rolls like 1,200 or higher, then it will freeze pretty much for me on the herald. You're lacking freeze buildup. So basically, I think there's a max of like there's a max of a certain percentage based on health that you will get just from the cold damage, and then that's multiplied by the freeze buildup. So I have like 100 and something freeze buildup, I think. I have 60 or 40 there. That's 60. And then I have, let's see, do I have any here? I don't have that much on it. Where'd they go? Did I take them out? Okay, 17, 17, 15. Yeah, 17, 17, 15 is what it looks like. So I have 50 on that, 60 on the other thing. Yeah, I think I dropped some of my freeze buildup because I didn't think I needed it. I actually probably should put some back in. But I did need, well, oh, that's right. When I added this, the switch to the attack speed, I had to swap out some of my jewels because I couldn't cap res, so I had to buy new jewels to be able to do that. So yeah, it's a freeze buildup problem then. How much freeze buildup do you have? Why do I need strength to freeze? I thought only flat cold maybe. Because if you read what the staff does, okay, 10% weapon damage per 5 strength. It multiplies the weapon itself, and the rune and the enchant both count as part of the weapon. So it's multiplying my 25 to 45 cold every time I'm getting the strength. So if I have 20 strength, it multiplied my local cold by 2. Or, yeah. If I have 500, that I've multiplied it by 10. So that'd be 250 to 450 cold damage at 500 strength, which is a lot of just flat cold damage. And then that gets multiplied by all your increases. Are you running this staff, like the double cold? Or are you running this? Because if you're running this, and then you're running my anoint for the extra cold buildup, and you have this, then you'll probably be okay. But if you aren't running all that, then you're probably not freezing, are you? Why not Black Sun? Because I have 52 or 54 rarity, and I've dropped 2 divines and perfect jeweler's orb in this session. So I think my damage is fine, and I want my rarity. Plus, it's pretty hard to cap res with what I'm doing. I'm using this thing, so it lowers my resist even more. So I kind of wanted the resist on it too. So rarity and resist, kind of. Any reason why you slotted cold instead of lightning? Gloves give enough lightning damage on its own? Yeah, gloves give a ton of lightning damage. Like that person said that they have 700 int, which is what I have as well. So that's 70 times this, so that's 70 to 700 lightning damage. I'm much more concerned with freezing than I am getting more lightning damage. I think I'm running out of breach maps. Yeah, it's a super struggle. I mean, that's why I'd go with this. If you don't have rarity, go with a double resist. Go with double resist in your helm or something. With only one rarity roll, 2 resists on your helm, int, 1 rarity roll, and like life and mana, and it'll be much easier to cap rise. I mean, for me, it's hard to cap res too. I mean, I'm still running this, right? Like, I don't want to run this as a defensive thing and have to pick up this extra node to get my resist cap. I don't want to do that. It seems like the best option to get around that is maybe just go with the resist all chest. And then just let the chest take care of everything for me. And just say screw the mana on the chest. If I have enough int, then I'll have similar mana anyways, or a little bit higher, potentially, on the situation. So it might not be so bad. Ooh, double reach. Oh, it's lagging me. That's good. Ooh, look at those explosions. Three reaches, let's go. Where are the monsters? Is the breach still open? I think they're all closed now. I still don't know how to use that Q. You don't know how to use this? The charge staff? You grab this node, and then you freeze things, and it'll give you power charges. And then you press the Q when you have power charges. I'm like stuck on a rock or something. I don't even know what debris I'm stuck on there. It just stopped working. I got stuck on a wall or... How much divine do your build cost? I don't know. I kind of like bought it piece by piece. I think the gloves are like 5 or 6 divine. My staff I bought for a lot, but you could make your own with the flat. This chest cost me 4 divines. Then I don't know what the other pieces are worth. This I sniped for like 1 or 2 divines, but now people know about it and are using these, and they're really hard to search, so I don't know how much that is. I think I paid 15 divines for this yesterday or the day before. And then each of my jewels are pretty good and worth a divine or 2 now. But I didn't start with them. Like, you don't need as good of jewels as I have. I don't know how much my rings are. I honestly have no idea. Or my amulet. My boots, I think I paid 5 or 6 divines for when I got them. But I have like rarity on them. So it's really hard to judge it because I'm running 95 rarity. So I don't know how much. Because I haven't bought any items other than big ticket items. I haven't bought them in like a week or 2. So I don't know what the prices are now. $423 is what I have. No, don't. Wouldn't put pen in it. You want flat, flat. You want flat, flat, 100%, and put flat runes in it. The reason why is because the weapon damage, the local weapon damage scales with your strength. So you go 300 plus strength, and now you have a ton of flat cold, so you just freeze everything. Even your Tempest Flurry will just freeze stuff. And that's like a huge defensive for you. Be able to sneeze on stuff and insta-freeze them. Such a good defense. Plus, it makes the Herald devices like guaranteed to cascade. If you invest, you gotta also invest in the freeze buildup. No! Okay. I just keep putting stuff in these dump tabs that I'm like never going through. Okay, it's almost 1. I'm tired. It's past my bedtime. It's been a long day. So I think I'm calling it quits. Any questions before I go, guys? I can't find them. You can't find them massive. How can you filter? Watch the video that I posted today right before stream. It actually tells you how to do that. Let me see. Let me grab that really quick for you before I go. Any last questions? Start asking them now or forever hold your peace. I'm pulling the video for you. I should have them handy. Let me link this in. This video right here, it explains, you know, it kind of shows it off. It explains what are these jewels, why they're valuable, and then explains how you could, in the max roll planner, go find jewels for yourself and like put it in different locations and try different sizes if you're planning your build. And then it basically, after that, goes into how to actually set up the filter on POE trade. And yes, there's a trick to it. So that's why I put it out today. So there you go. All right. Have a good one, everybody. I'm going to go to bed. And I'll be back tomorrow. And I'll be putting out more videos. I probably will make a video about the changes we made today. And kind of just talk about freeze, because it seemed to be something coming up a bunch. And then I got some other videos too. Like, for instance, Tempest Flurry isn't affected by your movement speed at all. Uh-oh, what did I just hit? I hit interview. Wrong tab. Panic. Ah! I'm back. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to explain the Hand of Chayula setup. And I'm going to attempt to explain how to set up weapon swaps, because that's really confusing for people. Yeah, but so those are some of the stuff we're going to talk about for tomorrow's like short videos. And yeah. All right, see you guys. Bye.